This is the Archems.ai Daily Digest. Artificial Intelligence, Law and Technology in 5 minutes. We are witnessing a strange paradox in modern infrastructure. While our software moves toward the cloud, our most critical hardware is burrowing back into the earth. There is a growing trend of burying data centers deep underground to protect them. In the Dolomite Mountains of Italy, the Trentino data mine sits 100 meters below the surface. It uses the natural chill of the rock to slash cooling costs. But this is not just about energy. 90 million cubic meters of dolomite provide a shield against electromagnetic interference and seismic events that you simply cannot replicate above ground. We see the same logic with subsea internet cables. They are now being buried up to 3 meters deep to avoid ship anchors. This shift is being accelerated by geopolitics. Countries bordering Russia are suddenly very interested in undergrounding their critical assets. It is a defensive strategy that mirrors the tunnels used in Afghanistan or Iran's nuclear facilities. The goal is simple: make the infrastructure impossible to hit. Physical bunkers protect the hardware, but the human systems managing global trade are currently fraying. The office of the U.S. Trade Representative is hitting a staffing low point. Their workforce has shrunk by about a fifth, even as their workload has exploded. This has led to what former officials call slapdash work. We are talking about letters sent to foreign dignitaries with the wrong titles and genders. There was even a moment during the so-called Liberation Day rollout where tariffs were accidentally slapped on an uninhabited island filled only with penguins. Despite the chaos, the administration is still using these tariffs as leverage. Just recently, President Trump paused a 50% duty on Canadian goods after a preliminary deal was reached. This pause might even resurrect the Keystone XL pipeline. It shows that while the bureaucracy is struggling, the high stakes of trade wars remain the primary tool of diplomacy. When the scale of a system exceeds human capacity, you stop trusting the actor and start trusting the boundary. This is the core philosophy behind Aegis, a new runtime governance system for AI agents. Most safety efforts focus on the prompt, but Aegis moves the checkpoint to the action boundary. It treats a model output as a proposal, not as authority. If an agent proposes a risky side effect, the runtime can block it or send it to a quorum-based settlement process. We see a similar need for structure in clinical trial programming. The GXP agent uses a D-A-G topology to break massive tasks into narrow, well-scoped subtasks. This approach allows models like Claude to achieve a 100% structural match, where single-shot attempts fail completely. By reducing the prompt context from 15,000 tokens down to 2,000, the system eliminates the planning failures that plague larger models. The efficiency of these agents is creating a new kind of risk for the people using them. AI adoption in organizations has jumped to 90%. But this speed is breaking the traditional code review process. Engineers are now reviewing 500-line diffs they did not write and cannot fully grasp. This leads to what researchers call cognitive debt. Technical debt lives in the code, but cognitive debt lives in the people. It happens when a team ships features faster than they can form a mental model of how the system actually works. To fix this, the industry is moving toward intent-driven verification. Instead of scrubbing every line of code, senior engineers review the intent and the acceptance criteria. They stop asking if the code looks right and start asking if they are solving the right problem. It is a necessary shift to prevent a future where no human actually understands the product they are shipping. From the depths of the Dolomite Mountains to the runtime boundaries of AI agents, the theme of the day is containment. We are realizing that as our systems become more powerful and our geopolitics more volatile, we cannot rely on trust or a good prompt. We need physical bunkers, structural topologies, and rigid runtime gates to keep the complexity from collapsing under its own weight. That's all for today. Thanks for listening and see you tomorrow on artgems.ai.